Shalom. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai brought a thumb to the brothers. Yahweh Shamar Alatham Ba'Shem Yahushai to the sisters. I'm Priest and Officer Shargapan of the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General YAHANNA. And what we've been doing out there is waking up so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American people to the truth of the Bible, to their identity, and what we have to do in order for God to send back our King Christ down to this earth and save us. All right? So joining me today is my brother, Trooper Parataza, and what we're going to be going into is another scripture. This one is Psalms chapter 52, verse 3, and we're going to be breaking it down for you. Read.
Psalms chapter 52, verse 3. Thou lovest evil more than good, and lying rather than to speak righteous. Shalom.
Now this is very important because we live our lives loving lies rather than loving the truth. We live our lives where we see all manners of wickedness on the television, and we extol it, we glorify it, we parade it, we talk about it, we gossip about it. But when we hear something that's true, it hurts. When we see something that's true and hear something that's true, we don't really want other people to know because we might feel ashamed. All right? But let's break this down. Go ahead, read it again.
Psalms 52, verse 3. Thou lovest evil more than good.
And what's wrong is that Black, Hispanic, and Native American people, we love evil more than good. Example, Christianity has a stronghold on our people. Catholicism has a stronghold on our people. Islam has a stronghold on our people. We're taught to love a white Jesus Christ when the Bible depicts Jesus Christ as a black man. In Islam, we're told that we need to worship a God named Allah, right? And circle around a rock 7 times and kiss the rock 7 times and bow our heads down 5 times when we pray. Some stupid nonsense like that. When the truth doesn't say that. Read that again.
Thou lovest evil more than good.
We love evil more than good. We glorify the drug dealer who's making all that money, but we don't care about the lives that he's ruining. We love sleeping with whores, but we don't care what we're doing to that sister's spirit. We don't care what we're doing to that sister if she has a child. How many nights she's not home with her children because she's out there working the streets or sliding up and down a pole. We're not worried about that because we love evil more than good. We'd rather the woman be out there in the streets selling her body than in the house, cooking a meal for her children, tucking her children in, kissing them goodnight, right? We would rather that as a people because we have been destroyed for so long. We love evil rather than good. Keep going.
And lying rather than to speak righteousness.
And when people see us Black, Hispanic, and Native American men of the I.S.U.P.K speaking the truth on the corners, people will rather listen to lies from their Christian pastor and deacon and these fake Israelite groups on YouTube and Facebook and that you may see out there in the street wearing different color rainbow outfits. And they would rather listen to them than listen to us when we're actually telling you what God says in the Bible. We're not lying to you when God says he doesn't like homosexuality. You can find that in the book of Leviticus. We're not lying to you when it says that women are not supposed to be whores. You can find that in the book of Deuteronomy. We're not lying to you when it talks about women and men who engage in drug dealing are basically just like witches and warlocks and wizards and potion makers and enchanters. It's in the Bible, right? But you would rather do what? Read that again. Start off from lying.
And lying rather than to speak righteousness.
You would rather listen to a lie because lies sound nice. Lies make you feel good. You love things that make you feel good. But you would rather not listen to righteousness. Because us telling you to get off drugs, it hurts. Because then you have to admit that you have a problem. Then you have to admit that you're selling your baby's clothes to get these drugs. Then you have to admit that you haven't seen your children in 2 years because CPS has taken them from you because you're addicted to drugs. And that hurts. That can lead you to use more drugs for feeling all that depression, right? I'm telling you that being a drug dealer is wrong and terrible and you're destroying your people. But to hear that is terrible because then you have to think about all those nights where you grew up eating cold cereal with water and having roaches run through your cereal boxes. Your Apple Jacks and Cocoa Pebbles had roaches in it. And now that you're a drug dealer, you get to live in a nice house. You drive a nice car. You don't eat Apple Jacks and Cocoa Pebbles anymore. You don't have to worry about roaches. All because of that drug money. You're living good. But when you tell you that that's wrong and you can't sell drugs anymore, you think about how hard your life was and how hard your life is going to be if you stop selling drugs. So you would rather listen to a lie rather than listen to the truth. When the lie is causing you to live a destructive life, and the truth would actually save you. All right? And with that, Shalom, Israel.